My name is Ramzi Ibrahim, Abu Ibrahim. I'm a Nigerian Palestinian, living in Nigeria for more than 30 years. I'm the head of the Palestinian community in Lagos State. I work in Nigeria. I study in Nigeria. I live in Nigeria. I was born in Gaza, the north part of Gaza. My origin is a city under the occupation of so-called Israel today. A city called Hamama. They changed the name to become Ashdod today as an Israeli city. My father migrated in 1948 during the war with the Israeli troops and the Arabs armies. So I live in Gaza for more than 21 years in my life. So this is basically, I can tell you about myself of today.
Can you talk to us about what it's been like for you personally and your community since October 7th in particular?
Well, I will begin. It's not since October 7th. We are under occupation since 75 years. 75 years, our life, our father life, our grandfathers who have been living in our land, which is called today as Israel, since 75 years, we are under occupation. I was born in Gaza, yes, in 1973, after the Egyptian-Israeli war. Let me just tell you something about Gaza. Gaza, it's just 365,000 kilometers with a population of 2,250,000 Palestinians. We have Christians and Muslims living together in Gaza. We have one of the oldest church in the world, 1,400 years ago in Gaza. And we have the Baptist hospital, which was massacred of 500 Matthias died on the attack of Israel after October 7, which everybody knows about it. Gaza, it's a combine who migrated from the land which is near Gaza city, which is the biggest Gaza city after the Nakba 1948, after which is the declaration of Israel as a state, existing state in the world today. After the Nakba, another war came, 1967, another migrating from the cities and the villages close to Gaza, which is very close to Gaza, about 40 to 45 kilometers migrated to Gaza, and the rest migrated to West Bank, from West Bank to Arab lands. Gaza was under siege of 17 years. Nobody can go out and come in without the control of Israel. Even the count and accountability of everything goes and take out of Gaza. As we who are living outside Gaza and our families are living in Gaza, when this happened, October 7, we know the attack is going to be heavy on our families. As a person, I lost more than 25 a number of my families. My house, which I live and I was born there, it was bombarded to a dust. No more existing of houses, no more existing of schools, no more existing of universities, no more mosques, even market, ordinary existing life, you cannot even remember to see anymore. Children have been dying every day. We have more than 22,000, which has been countable, and those who are missing, more than 8,000. Most of them are children and women. This is the life of the Palestinians in Gaza.
I mean, it's very difficult to listen, and I imagine that this is a difficult time for you. I'm extending my deepest condolences over your family members and, of course, your countrymen who have been lost to this brutal attack. I do wonder, have you been able to keep in touch with any family who's remaining in Gaza right now?
I lost my father on 1st of December also. Uh, it's very hard to be in contact with them daily because Israel cut off lights, cut off water, cut off food, cut off internet, cut off communication, because they don't want the world to know what they are doing. And if you hear the speech of the Israelis, they will tell you they are a democratic country. And at the first day of October 7th, everyone in the world had the lies which they started it with, that the Palestinians came to massacre children and came to kill and came to do this and that, which has been approved, are all lies, are all lies. Really, for the past 2 weeks, I've not spoken to my mom, but from time to time, we we keeping trying to communicate. We leave them in the hand of God. We really we don't. I cannot tell you my feeling. I cannot tell you what. Sometimes I don't sleep. I have sleepless night and time thinking of who's next and who's going to die next. This is really what every Palestinian in the world is feeling today. Because in 1 hour to another, you don't know who's going to die next.
And how has the community here in Nigeria been able to cope with the situation?
It's very hard, my sister. It's very hard. Really, it's very hard. It's very hard. But
Um,
let me tell you one thing. Nigerians really have a human feeling. I receive every day calls from Nigerians who are my brothers and my friends and my partners in business and life, asking about you and your feeling. And they are in support of all the struggle of the Palestinians have. And does not stop only the Muslim brothers in Nigeria, even the Christians. This matter is a human feeling. It's not just a religion. It's not just passe of any other direction except a human feeling. How can the children die every day? What cost? What the child can cost to Israel to be killed, or a woman, pregnant woman, to be killed? This is the questions. It's a massacre. It's a genocide. It's a massacre. Every day happening. Every day you have more. 200 people are dying every day. How many houses? If I tell you more than 75,000, 75% of Gaza buildings is being dismantled and to the grave, to gone. So, and some of the houses, more than 80 people living in that houses, the whole family. The whole family are perished, are out of the register. Out of the register. More than 200 families, more than. Thank you anyway.
I really am sorry. And I know that there are hardly any words that can be said for how you feel and what you've been going through. To help us understand, I want to take you back a moment. You've been in Nigeria about 30 years. You said that you were in Gaza up until your early 20s. And there is a piece of information that I'm aware of, a law in Israel that says that when Palestinians uh, leave Gaza or the West Bank, they're not allowed to return. So if you flee from uh, the country, your area, your homeland, you don't have the right of return. Can you confirm? Is that true?
This law, it's only walking when under the occupation of Jerusalem city. If you are out of Jerusalem city for more than 6 months, your identity is no more for you. They will seize it. You are not anymore a citizen in that city. In the West Bank, it can happen because the occupation is still under the West Bank. But in Gaza, because Gaza, Israel left Gaza for more than years now, and the border between Gaza and Egypt is controlled by the Palestinians and the Egyptians. So we are outside, we still hold our identity. Nigerian law has give you a right to have the dual citizen. So I'm still keeping my identity, and I still go. I will tell you a fact. I still go home with Nigerian passport, but my identity is still with me. I live in Nigeria for 30 years, and I move all around the world with my Nigerian passport. I'm proud of being Nigerian because Nigerian has given me a extended life and freedom to move in the world.
Mm. And is there, I understand that the reality of peace being restored to Gaza seems a little far away. But of course, that is the best hope, the idea that the Israeli forces will withdraw and the international community will be able to pressure them. I do wonder what your expectations are of Nigeria in this particular conversation.
Really, Nigeria stand by the struggle of the Palestinians since ever. Since ever, the struggle of the Palestine. I will tell you more. Some Nigerians are in Israeli prison as a Palestinians. And some Nigerians are a member of the Palestinian Liberation Organization. So Nigeria stand in all the international offices and heads, I don't want to name, stand by the Palestinian. And I hope Nigeria will support South Africa today on giving the world a strong, South Africa yesterday submit to the International Court and the crime tribunal of having the Israelis to be under the war crime questionnaire. So,
yes, they have instituted proceedings.
Yes, I hope Nigeria will support that and be one of the countries to support South Africa on that regard.
I crave your indulgence in this. I wonder what your expectations are of Hamas being the ruling authority in Gaza.
Well, I'm a Palestinian, first of all, as born in Palestine, but since I left Palestine, I've not done any election or any voting on a Palestinian election. Hamas was voted to rule the Palestinian Authority 2005, and I think they get the winning of 75% or 74%. So you can't take them out of Palestinian politics. We are looking for peace. We are looking for freedom. We are looking for returning back Gaza to life. And we shall return back Gaza to life with our own struggle. We are strugglers. We are looking for our freedom of the Palestinians.
Mm. And I would like to ask what a free Gaza looks like to you. At the moment, some of the conversations have been after what Gaza will look like once this is over. And of course, Palestinians, Hamas has insisted that that will be dictated by the people themselves. There have been some ideas that have been touted by a few countries, such as Egypt, which is mediating at the moment. We've heard a few things out of the US, and Israel has tried to insist on certain things.
bigger than me to answer you. You need you need a political appointee to answer you that questions. But as a normal Palestinian,
Yes.
I believe the Palestinians themselves